Hi guys, my project today is working on this chimney here. A lot of you guys have seen this chimney going in, and we've got some problems. The recent huge weather changes that are happening all over the place are affecting us too. And the rain is coming sideways. It's somehow getting into our chimney and coming down the chimney. And you'll see there's speckles of creosote water and here on a wall. It's just terribly disheartening for Charlotte. We've got it on the floor. It's almost impossible to clean. You'll see here where there's drips coming down this chimney, and they managed to go, some of them go into the collar and get back into the chimney. But we've got to go upstairs onto the top and redo my chimney for something that's hurricane proof instead of just storm proof. There's a little storm collar up there. I've developed a hurricane collar. So we'll go upstairs here and we'll take a look at it. It's even worse. And then we'll go up on the roof after that with some materials and figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. Let's go take a look. That's just a travesty here. And we're going to fix that so that doesn't happen anymore. Things we are going to need to repair this leaky chimney. I got to go get the cap. It's over here. We got to locate the little leaf blower, which we're going to use to get the snow off the roof. We got to bring a broom along and then a grinder. And I think that's going to be our first step in the process. Is follow me over here. This is a new stainless storm collar that I built. It's actually a hurricane collar. And the top of my chimney is that 10-inch pipe. So we're going to drop this right down on that chimney like that, and it'll go in there and inside. This part goes into. Check it out. Take a look down in here. You see this lip? This 10-inch pipe goes down inside of there. And so any rain that comes into the cap up here will have to go into the chimney. You'll see it later up there. Right now, it can hit the side of this pipe, and then it runs down and goes past the storm collar, which is leaky, and gets down inside the house. So I went over to a friend's place. We rolled this in his roller, and we welded this up, all out of some old salvage stainless steel. And so we're going to take that with us right now. And because it snowed last night, we grab this leaf blower and go upstairs and see if we can...
What's that extender?
I loaned this leaf blower to Ivan to burn a brush pile. And I told Ivan, I said, son, be careful, this is plastic. You get it too close to the brush pile. And he said, oh, I'll be careful, Dad. It don't get that hot. And I get this back. Sure enough, apparently it did get hot enough. He melted the tip. So this is what I got, a new tip. Okay, I'm gonna go up one load here, open up this hatch, and yeah, so what I gotta do is, the snow is kind of powdery, and I'm gonna try to blow as much as I can off of here because it does a better job than sweeping. Yeah, we may have to go gather materials and let it dry, but first of all, we got to get rid of the snow. Well, number one rule, when you're holding this thing, don't hold the muffler down here. It melts the glove. That's it for this part of it. You got it. You got it. Any minute now. Man, I believe in you. Wow, that little button is hard to push. Okay, what we've got here is, I gotta point out this loose collar. This is what they call a storm collar. They got some silicone you can put on here. It's supposed to be seal it, and because the steel pipe expands and contracts and gets hot at different temperatures than this aluminum, it always ends up leaking. It doesn't work. Storm collar doesn't really work. So underneath here we've got this rock wool, and that's kind of stopping the wind flow, and then this collar was supposed to protect that from getting wet. But when the wind blows really hard from the east, get these horrible winds called the Pineapple Express come through here anymore. Gets right up under there, blows water up down and through there, and goes down and pisses Charlotte off. And I'm gonna end up cutting this 10-inch piece off, take this cap off, let this dry a little bit. We'll slip that off and see if that stainless piece, if I built it correctly. Yeah, so let's go get more stuff. Okay, here is the fancy piece of artwork that I oh my God, just take a second here, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just about beautiful? That's why we're here. To remember, yeah, remember that. Okay, this is a big damn deal day. A little smoky. I'm gonna get a little smoky, but oh well. I'll lubricate the old threads here. Gonna undo this bit there. Okay.
Looks like you won't have to do much grinding on that 10-inch.
Well, I have to cut it off right here though, because it's got to fit down inside. So I got to, but I'm gonna get up there and start grinding.
All right.
How about that? How about that, Dad? Huh? Well, I can tell when I'm through when the sparks are inside the chimney, so it's pretty easy to tell. Little wheel can cut a curve better than a big wheel. Okay, hand me that stainless thing there if you would. I want to make sure I got enough of the lip cut away so it actually fits. Yeah, so that goes down in there. Oh, listen to that. Whoa, man, that's zen. Now, we'll slide this here storm collar off, right? Now, one unknown is if this is gonna fit down over here. It's so full of old creosote. Now comes the proof. Let's see if the hurricane collar goes on here, eh?
Looks a little too snug with that rock wool.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe I'll just carve it down a little bit. My trusty old camp knife here, huh?
Is that chimney hot at this high up?
Ain't gonna sit on it, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to cut yourself.
I don't recommend Santa go down there at the moment. Let's see if it goes now. So now, yeah, hand me that thing. Okay. So now, what's happening is the rain can hit here, it goes over the outside, drips down, and goes onto that stainless, and anything going inside here, and the rain coming along sideways, go in and go all the way down the chimney instead of on the outside. Okay, I'm going to make a real quick drawing here of what's actually going on. We've got this chimney here. We've got it established that this here is part of this same piece. Okay, we've got the chimney pipe inside of here. We've got this new hurricane collar that goes outside here. I'll draw that in blue. Well, no, I'm going to leave it in black. This new hurricane collar goes like this, and inside of here, and up here, coming down around the outside. To make it really simple, there is no way water can go in here, down here, up here, down here, and down the chimney. And there's no way for the water to hit the outside of this. It is going to go this way and outside and drip off. So this is not happening. This is what's happening. Okay. I say let her blow. Oh, by golly. We got her. Now we can go start cleaning up downstairs if we want and start getting rid of all the soot, and maybe Charlotte will be super happy. So the nice thing about this is that it's all this extra slip fit, is that this chimney is warm right now, so it's probably this much longer than when it's cold. So when the whole steel pipe, 30 feet of pipe, gets cold, this thing will settle down here maybe. It'll come halfway down to this top. If it gets really super hot, like if a chimney fire got in here, it'll probably grow another 3/4 inch from where it is now. So this allows for this top to settle, to slide up and down. The chimney can grow inside of it and it won't make any difference.
So you're saying that this accounts pretty good for any shrinkage?
This here accounts for shrinkage factor.
Are you worried about that cap blown away at all?
This?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I used to be, but we have actually found it. It's kind of dented up. We found it 150 feet from here. We have, and before, it was only able to clip onto this little thing here, which started rusting away. And no, this has actually withstood about 100 miles an hour so far. It's a pretty damn good cap, but I still want to get a better one. Now I want to show you something else, folks, is that creosote has a lot of acid in it. Acid rain, right? I don't know what kind of acid it would be producing, coal or wood, smoke, but when it gets wet, it turns into a very, very caustic situation, and this had already rusted away just in a few short years we've had this house. So that's another danger. Water gets inside the steel pipe. Actually, water, it combines with the creosote and it just starts rusting like crazy. So this right here is going to be the difference between this stovepipe I worked so hard to put in, lasting 15 years and 50 years. Thanks for staying tuned, folks. Thanks for watching. I don't know if you enjoyed that, but I really enjoyed that. Getting too cold up here. The wind's blowing too strong. My heart's not in finishing this at the moment. I'm going to break it into two pieces. We've got the hurricane cap on. We're going to come back later and put the flashing all around the chimney. So we'll see you then. We'll see you there.